and infrastructure investment through key tourism infrastructure programs, which include, amongst others, the development of a cable car in Maripskop, Waterway, the Barberton Makonja World Heritage Site, and many more others. The introduction of these new products in the market will increase our market value. Operation Vulindlela in resolving our country's logistic crisis will help us to improve our output in the sector, but its contribution is still significant in the main coal mining in Kangala and Gers districts. Mpumalanga depends heavily on coal as a source of economic value, employment, and energy. 80% of the country's coal productions come from Mpumalanga. We are home to 11 of the country's 14 coal-fired power plants, which accounts for 70% of ESCOM's operating capacity. Critical in enhancing energy stability also in our country depend in Mpumalanga. We support just energy transition. There is no person that can stand on the way of just energy transition. And there are so many projects that are implemented here in Mpumalanga that we are supporting. Coal is critical in our strategy to drive both economic growth and development in our province, and in achieving our economic growth target of 3% as announced by the President in his SONA. While we support just energy transition, we also support a research on carbon capture, which is being explored in its viability towards mitigating carbon emissions in the region. I know that mining companies are here, and I'm also going to engage with you on the 7th, but not on the mining Indaba. It's not the mining Indaba, but I'm coming to address you. We want to invite mining companies that stand to benefit from this research to assist in funding this initiative in the spirit of district development. Honorable Speaker and members, I am deliberately retelling my debate on SONA to demonstrate that I was not grandstanding. I'm a man of his word. Honorable Speaker and members, commitments were made by my predecessor, the former Premier, on the 2024 SOPA, and myself on the opening of the legislature. We always promised less, and we did not disappoint at all. Indeed, Madam Speaker and members, we have completed almost all the projects that we promised to complete. The programs aimed at improving the quality of life of the most vulnerable sectors of our society, regardless of race, class, or creed. We have expanded access to basic services, housing, education and skills, health, food security, safety and security, social and economic infrastructure, and economic growth. These projects include, amongst others, Middelburg Hospital. We have completed clinic, community health centers in Castile, Kanyamazana, Otley, Driekopies, Botleng, and installed CT scan units in Witbank and Rob Ferreira Hospital, thereby reducing the number of child mortality and maternal mortality in the province. We have managed to complete and hand over the following new school, that is Magogeni Primary School, Mpumalanga Primary School, New Clarinet Mbatini, New Donkop School, Msholozi Primary School, yinhle lento, Mpisi Jamia, Spuku Sethu Secondary School, Pulani Primary School, Moralech Combined School, Mapaleni Primary School, and Pilo Primary School. The following schools are under construction, while others are earmarked to be constructed during this financial year. Long-term Secondary, Rockdale Extension 24 Primary, Chayaza Secondary School, Tidimalo Primary School, New Perdekop Secondary School, New Emelo Secondary School, Silulu Secondary School, Mokibe Secondary School, and George Mayo School, and others. In total, we will be constructing 29 schools in this financial year. The government has ensured provision of additional classrooms in overcrowded areas, and to that effect, the implementing agent is finalizing the evaluation process on the appointment of contractors for the additional 40 classrooms in Bombela. We have completed a total of 576 houses since last financial year to date as follows. Emakazeni, 205 houses in Madala, Sakele, and Guguletu. Steve Swete, 370 houses, of which 285 were delivered at Kwazamukuhle, Extension 1 and 9, and 88 houses in Rondebos. During the presidential visit to the province last year, December 2024, President Ramaphosa joined us in handing over 3 completed Welisizwe bridges to the community of Tembisilehane municipality. These bridges have made life better for learners who go to school across villages. Traders now have access to new markets, and friends and relatives can now pay each other a visit. We have completed and handed over vegetable tunnels at Dr. J.S. Morocco and in the city of Mbombela, supporting cooperatives in the area. In Gersibande District Municipality, 32,234 households benefited from the upgrading of Pumula Outfall Sewer Pipeline. Construction of sewer reticulation network in Amsterdam is almost complete and will benefit 1,009 households. Refurbishment of Ulukwatini sewer pump station has been completed and will benefit 14,751 households. In Kangala District Municipality, a total of 100,802 households will benefit from the refurbishment and upgrade of Phase 2 wastewater treatment works in Delmas. The replacement of asbestos bulk supply line in Khapatla and Siyabuso has reached completion stage. The replacement of asbestos water pipe to reduce non-revenue water in Botleng has been completed, benefiting 10,070 households. Construction of Clarinet and Siangova Phase 2 link and bulk water supply lines are almost complete to benefit 30,382 households. Construction of Murchison Slough to Kwakafontein Booster Pump Station and drilling of boreholes in Marapiana in Dr. J.S. Morocco Municipality has been completed. This will benefit 11,364 households. Through the Department of Water and Sanitation, the province is currently developing a provincial bulk water and sanitation master plan to assist with planning and implementation of bulk water and sanitation infrastructure projects. Local municipalities across the 3 districts are implementing infrastructure projects funded through the private sector, own funding, municipal infrastructure grant, water service infrastructure grant, and the regional bulk infrastructure grant to address water shortages. We are busy trying to address this problem that is affecting our people in the main water supply shortages. Honorable Speaker and members, I stand here to assure the people of Mpumalanga that all hands on deck, we are committed to the cause of our province. We are turning Mpumalanga into a large construction site by investing in infrastructure program to create substantial employment. Large amount of capital will be dedicated to improving economic and social infrastructure, which include construction of hospitals, clinics, roads and bridges, education and new logistics. We are calling on private sector to partner with government in implementing all these projects since the demand is very high. For the next coming 5 years, we are going to prioritize strategic economic infrastructure to support development and service delivery. This involves inter alia, our anchor agricultural projects. We are at the initial program. Mkondo AgriHub was affected by storm and we are repairing it. We are working with Dr. J.S. Morocco to complete the building of the AgriHub there in Dr. J.S. We plan to build the last AgriHub in Komazi local municipality. We want our AgriHub to be model centers of excellence and common usage facilities for the benefit of all farmers within the province, in particular women, youth, and people with disabilities. We have initiated the drafting of Mpumalanga Government Nutrition Sourcing Bill 2024, which seeks to empower emerging farmers to maximize the available opportunities in the agricultural sector, facilitating and ensuring consistent market for farmers to supply specific commodities to provincial government nutrition program. We are in the process to finalize the signing of a memorandum of agreement with the Land Bank and other financial institutions to activate blended finance schemes to revitalize agricultural-based operation on land restitution and redistribution. Ladies and gentlemen, the realization of Maritzburg Cable-Cut Mountain project is no longer a dream. I am happy to announce that budget for feasibility studies has already been set aside. We must accelerate the God's Window Skywalk public-private partnership projects. We call upon private sector to partner with us to build the Barberton Mkonjo World Heritage Site. We must conceptualize, initiate, plan, and implement the water-based entertainment theme park, Water Waves. We must fast-track the funding model and public-private sector partnership in implementing the International Conference Center, ICC. As a province, using our advantage, we need to champion investment in renewable energies, marking a major shift towards a cleaner energy economy in the province. We need to identify private sector partnership and implement mining and mental technology park. We must enhance and extend the mental incubation program, the closure of job losses, and we are engaging with various investors to resuscitate it. We need to fast track the implementation of first phase of Nkomazi SEZ. We have since appointed the board and acting CEO. We are prioritizing township and rural economy. A study will be conducted that will be hasten the implementation of the township and rural economy, including the resuscitation of the industrial park. We need to revisit revitalization of the social enterprise development program and implement it in all government infrastructure programs. We should engage with Sosol. I'm happy that Sosol is here. We want to invite you from this podium to a meeting on the petrochemical industrial park. Honorable Speaker and members, there are many government buildings that are lying unused and are now being vandalized. We have already identified all existing government buildings within the 3 spheres of government working through the district development model. We should repurpose and productively use them like Elijah Mango. We must pay special attention and maintain rural and agriculture feeder roads used by our farmers and our rural communities. Tourism infrastructure is very key to attracting and retaining domestic and international tourists. We therefore must attend to it. Coal haulage roads play a very important role in facilitating the movement of coal and other commodities in and outside of the country. Mpumalanga is a getaway to at least 5 provinces and 2 countries working with Central. We must maintain this critical road infrastructure. We have a total of 10 critical corridor roads. While we are prioritizing these corridor roads that support our tourism industry, we must also pay attention on the corridors that link our province with other provinces and countries. These corridors have been identified to improve our infrastructure, but also create foundation for long-term inclusive economic growth. It is such initiatives that turn these corridors into opportunities that benefit the economy of our province. 1,041 kilometers of provincial roads have been proclaimed as national roads. All identified roads have been transferred to Central, with an exception of Akornug to Manyeleti Road, which did not meet the criteria of proclamation. It will be prioritized by our department this financial year. It is important to note that the condition of this transfer is that there will be no tolling. I know that you have got this concern that maybe there will be more tolling. No, the condition is that there will be no tolling and reduction in funding. We are very excited to announce that we have officially commenced with road P171/1 between Mashishing and Rosenekal in the Limpopo border, which is a collaborative effort between the Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport, and the mining houses. I wish that these mining houses are here. If they are not invited in this SOPA, I think we must apologize. We should have invited them specially, to come and be part of SOPA because they have contributed in the construction of this road. Northern Platinum Limited, Dwars River, Chrome Mines, Glencore, Rustenburg Platinum Mines, Two River Platinum, Sanko Chrome. The P171/1 project is estimated to cost roughly 350 million excluding VAT. These mines are contributing 60% and the department contributes 40%. We thank these participating mines for their valuable contribution in infrastructure investment in the province. The province continues to explore partnership to accelerate project implementation and improvement of provincial road network. For far too long, the maintenance of bulk infrastructure has been neglected. We need to invest in building and maintaining our bulk and internal infrastructure. Mpumalanga is well positioned and suitable for investment in solar farms and solar plants. We must exploit our competitive advantage in this sector. These are projects that require proper planning with clear and vigorous implementation plans. The projects are implementable and it will be easy for province to get funding. We are going to remove the red tape and unnecessary government bureaucracy and make it easy for investors to do business with our province, to think outside the box as directed by the president. Actively embark on public-private partnership for those provincial projects which designs are complete, but we do not have enough funds for construction. We have met a number of private sector partners and state-owned institutions to pave a way forward on building partnership. We'll be signing a memorandum of understanding with some of these companies, which include ABSA, FNB, Nedbank, and Standard Bank, Vodacom, MTN, Telkom South Africa, Seriti, Exaro, NAFCO, Provincial Youth Chambers, and South African Sugar Association, and many more that we are still going to meet. To diversify and build strong and resilient economy in the next 5 years, we'll focus on the following. We are making Mpumalanga an investment and tourism destination of choice by improving socio-economic and tourism infrastructure, strengthen tourism security, and improve tourism marketing. Introduce innovative funding for key strategic economic infrastructure projects through private or through public-private partnership. Will open up the bid and request proposal for the 4th casino license in the province. The responses will indicate to us if there is still an appetite for this initiative. Build industrialization capacity through localization, decarbonization, and economic diversification, including the mining supply park and other related industries. Leverage and repurpose existing and underutilized infrastructure to optimize socio-economic growth. Strengthen SME support as a catalyst for economic growth and provide technical and financial assistance to the informal sector. We must have to pay special attention on the informal sector. Enhance skill development through upscaling of business incubation and agricultural training. accelerate economic transformation that addresses the duality of all economic sectors and support Black African-owned enterprises, identify strategic land for economic growth through land acquisition. For us to build a capable state, we must, as a matter of urgent, elevate the project management unit in the office of the Premier. We must establish a central planning forum to be coordinated by COGSTA, coordinate regular investment program through MER, assisted by a specialist investment company, anchor Mpumalanga Research Institute with tertiary academic institution. On basic education, we need to increase access to education for learners with special educational needs and fast-track the building of the school for learners with disability, work toward the establishment of school of specialization, including but not limited to mining schools, performing arts, sports excellence in technical and agricultural schools. This will be done in collaboration with our social partners. Support the popularization of school sports to promote participation in sport activities as a career, healthy lifestyle, and social cohesion. We need to fast-track the establishment of multi-purpose arena with a 5,000 seating capacity. We must improve access to library and information services in rural areas, including providing mobile libraries where structures are not feasible. We must facilitate the registration of all privately owned early childhood development centers to create a provincial database. We must, without further delays, roll out e-learning programs in grade 10 and connectivity for teaching and learning in quintile 1, 2, and 3. Our children will start to receive tablets from grade 10 on this financial year. We want our people to be healthy wherever they are. That's why we are investing heavily on the overall health care, from school health care to every facet of wellness, be it physical or mental wellness. We are a caring ANC-led government. We are committing ourselves to reducing maternal mortality rate and neonatal mortality rate to the lowest possible figures. We are committing ourselves to make sure that all clinics and hospitals by the end of this MTDP period, we want to ensure that they have reached an ideal health facility status and they are accredited to provide health care under the National Health Insurance Scheme. We further commit ourselves to 95 UNAIDS targets for people living with HIV/AIDS, that 95% should know their status, 95% be on treatment, and 95% achieving viral suppression. Honorable Speaker and members, the decision by USA to suspend and possibly terminate the support we have been receiving on combating HIV/AIDS came at a very difficult time given the current domestic and global economic environment. However, we are making plans to make sure that our HIV/AIDS program are sustained and our people get the services they deserve. Our plans are already in motion and will tap on other social partners to augment what we are already doing in that space. Our people should not panic. We are also paying special attention on the committed terrible crimes in some of our health facilities. A decision has been taken to arm security guards who work in our health facilities, in particular those that are open for 24 hours. The safety of our health workers is a priority. We urge community structures to work with the law enforcement agencies in fighting criminality. We have to protect our facilities, otherwise they may be forced to close much earlier they are supposed to. During this MTDP period, we'll embark on the following health infrastructure project: the construction of Lina Malaj. People must see dust now. We have finalized all the plans. People are going to see dust. Construction of Rob Ferreira Radiation Oncology Center, which will enable the province to completely treat cancer patients than relying in Gauteng. Construction of Mpumalanga Mental Health Hospital to provide mental health services. A rehabilitation facility in Babaton TB Hospital to provide nephrology services, modernize the delivery of healthcare services, and maximum utilization of available resources through implementation of telemedicine. In this 2025-26 financial year, the province is planning to build the following clinics, amongst others: Siabuswa CHC, Lebahang Clinic, Alexander Clinic, Langkloof Clinic, Lefiswane Clinic, Kinrose and Babaton Clinic, and so many health facilities that will be constructing. On the 19th of February 2025, Mpumalanga was the first province to launch the Provincial Council on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide in Secunda. The council is chaired by the Premier and assisted by a member of the civil society organization, Sisonke Gender Justice, Ms. Nomalanga Ngwenya. I don't know whether she's invited or not, but she should have been invited. The establishment of the Provincial Council, which is comprised of expertise from different stakeholders, follows the promulgation of the National Council on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide Act in May 2024. The new legislation facilitates the establishment of this council, a statutory body charged with providing strategic leadership in the fight against gender-based violence and femicide in South Africa. This multi-sectoral council will strengthen the national efforts to combat gender-based violence using a more inclusive focus and better resource approach. During the current MTDP period, we will build the following social infrastructure project: establishment and operationalization of the Kuseleka One-Stop Center to provide and protect the victims of GBV and femicide, as well as human trafficking. Construction of government-owned residential facility to provide care and protection for the elderly. 87%, as I have alluded to already, of households in this province have access to water, but this is a moving target as new informal settlements are mushrooming every year. 95.9% of our households have access to sanitation. 94% of our households have access to basic electricity. We are not doing well on access to refuse removal, which stand at 51%. The DDM program has been adopted by all 3 districts under one plan model. Before the end of this financial year, we will have built and completed all 1,174 houses which were left incomplete for various reasons. We are going to pay special attention and will complete this project this financial year. Kuzobunyal 2. We want to improve our audit outcomes from 5 clean audits to 80% by the end of the MTDP period. At least 8 or more municipalities must also achieve clean audits. We will continue to support municipalities on their financial recovery plan, improve their audit outcome, and assist them to implement their revenue collection strategy. While our government has since 1994 been at the forefront of promoting social cohesion and national reconciliation as a nation, we don't seem to have made progress in becoming a cohesive society characterized by high level of trust and shared vision for a common future. Our past history was filled with legislated polarization, forcing us to occupy our own corners through racism and social exclusion. This is in the past. We need to find one another, strive to find something that can make us one despite our different background. While sport and arts have in the main played its role in uniting us, it is not enough to only unite around sports and not find any other reason to be united. We believe that a provincial social cohesion dialogue is necessary for the people of Mpumalanga to unite behind one vision and common interest. As government will continue to support all signature events irrespective of their social orientation or interest, we also believe that we need to, among others, implement a social cohesion dialogue to combat racism, sexism, and other forms of intolerance. We'll continue with the implementation of signature events such as Mpumalanga Cultural Experience, Metro FM Awards, and support Art of Legend and Inibos Arts Festival, 013 Summer Blaze, Annual All-White Picnic, Dikoma Cultural Festival, Mpumalanga Show, and marathons. Financial support community-based structures that implement social cohesion